up, everybody out there in YouTube land? My name is Alex, Fatman The Flipper. I'm your friendly neighborhood fat man. I'm happy to see you here, and I'm extremely excited. This is a special night for me, man, because, well, not just because of that, but
There we
um,
go.
yeah, it's not a bad way to start a show, right? Cha-ching. I bet you they counter offered something low, like. I don't care. I'll look at this later. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm a bad host. I'm excited about tonight. There we have a special guest, and this special guest I've been following him for a while, and I relate with him. He's very motivational, inspirational. Has a great story, and he's just a hustler. You know, he doesn't waste time. He doesn't play games. He's just getting money, and he has great advice, great information, great knowledge. He also has an amazing book, which I read, by the way. Um, I started reading, I couldn't stop, and I was like, "Yep, yep, oh man," you know. And as a matter of fact, there's a link to that book. It's called "Balling on a Budget: Beginner's Guide to Mercari," right?
Resellers Guide.
A reseller's guide to Mercari. It's in the description of this video. Go check it out. How much are you charging for it? How much is it now?
Well, right now it's a promo, so everybody that gets it, click the link. It's $5 right now.
$5, man. That's how much I paid. And let me tell you, I mean, $5. Come on, you spend more than that on a Popeye's chicken sandwich. Go and get that book. It's fire. You're gonna get some great information. And more than anything, what it did for me was reaffirm the things that I needed to apply that I was missing. Right. So, but it has just great information and it's really awesome. Go check it out. But sorry, let me go ahead and introduce everybody that's in the chat. I'm gonna start with our special guest, Flipadollar. What's up? Say what's up to everybody.
Peace and blessings. I want to shout out to you first and foremost for bringing me on the show, man. I really, really, truly appreciate it. I want to shout out everybody else that's here. You know, shout out to y'all. I'm just a dude from Philly that like to hustle, man. Hustle and motivate. So that's what it is.
Are you West Philadelphia born and raised?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Woo-hoo! That's what's up. I grew up on the Fresh Prison.
I went to the same school as Will Chamberlain and Will Smith. Overbrook.
Oh, that's what's up. You heard about that new Will Smith movie coming out?
I heard a little bit about it.
I think it's gonna be fire.
For sure.
It's gonna be awesome. I want to check it out. But man, we're very happy to have you, man. And we're gonna go ahead and move it over to your side right there. Suburban Beard Josh, what is up? Say what's up to everybody.
What is going on, everybody? I apologize for the horrible video quality. No idea what's going on. The mannequin looks better than I do. Full-time reseller, eBay, Amazon, Mercari, and that's it right now. Oh no, Bonanza. Still haven't had a sale, but I have my stuff on there. And living the dream. Got some cool stuff to talk about today. Super excited to be with Flipadollar, that's for sure. I have a ton of questions for him, so it'll be a good 2 hours. And back to you, Alex.
All right, now with the weather, I'm gonna go over to Manny. Manny, say what's up to everybody. You know, whatever.
What's up, everybody? I'm Manny. I do all the grunt work for Suburban Beard. I'm in here working day after day, standing every single minute of every single day, and I still can't blink or get a lunch break. That's all I got. Back to you, Alex.
So there you go for the ladies in the chat, man. He's still here, and he's still the center of attention. Literally, he's in the center. At the very least, you're here for him, and we appreciate you. And I'm gonna move over to our very, very special guest, the Lithuanian lister, the Trinidadian thrifter, the trash trading tyrant, the arbitrage assassin. I can't come up with any more, man. Oscar, say what's up to the people, man.
What's up, everybody? I'm Oscar, the thrifting thruster, the arbitrage assassin, all of the names that he gives me. Every week I have a different name, and I've taken them all. I'm excited to be here tonight with everybody here in the chat, all the guys in the panel, and especially our special guest, Flipadollar, who's joining us. And before we get into the show, I know we have a great show. Just want to say that this show is being sponsored by StreamYard right up here. So if you guys don't have StreamYard, make sure to go out and get it. But get the free version.
Get the free version. And I'm gonna say what's up to a few people in the chat. We got Kathy. What up? Kathy is in the house, and Jennifer Hayes is in the house. Borderline Horderich is in the house, and Tommy Bernardi's in the house. Manny, NASCAR man, D Money. What's up, D Money? Just Connie. Yo, what is up, my fellow Floridian? Who else we got? We got Money from Mars. What's up, Johnny? Nice to see you here. Every day I'm hustling. Nate, what is going on? Terry. Oye, Terry, pero ¿dónde está el arroz con pollo? What is up, Terry? Pat D's, what's up? Thank you for coming through, man. Alma G, I don't know that lady, but supposedly I'm related to her. What's up? I love you. That's my mama right there. Grimes Finds, Justin, what is up? Thank you for coming through and showing love. Diane Matthews. Am I missing anybody? I'll catch you throughout the chat. And just for those who are just jumping in, if you didn't catch the very beginning, yo, Adrian, what's up? JLPS3. If you didn't call me back, man, you didn't call me back, but I don't hold it against you. It's been a crazy day. As a matter of fact, thank you for not calling me back. I probably wouldn't have been able to answer. Michelle with 1L, what's up to you too? For you guys that are just jumping in the chat, this is Flipadollar. I've been following him for a long time, and go check him out on Instagram. I'm going to put, and matter of fact, his link is in the description. So if you guys could go over there and click on it, go and follow him on Instagram, that's awesome. And also in the description is a link to his Balling on a Budget, a reseller's guide to Mercari. And once you see his Instagram, you're gonna understand why $5 for that book is just like insane. Is insane because this man, I call him Mr. Trash to Cash, the king of trash to cash. And so with all that being said, I want to thank everyone again for being here. And Flip, can I call you Flip? Is that okay?
Yeah, that's
cool. Flip. It's either that or Mr. Trash. I like Flip better.
Whichever one, don't matter.
So introduce yourself a little bit more, man, because I like I said, I've been following you, and I've heard a little bit here and there of your story, and I know you've been through it, and you started from nothing, and you're going into something, and how did all start with you? You know.
All right, man. Since a child, man, I've just pretty much just been attracted to just everything of value, man. Like I feel like everything has value. Like if I'm walking and it's like an old rusty bike, I can see spray painting it and sanding it and putting new stickers on it and rebuilding it and making it into something. So as I got older, that transferred into us being able to use the internet and connecting and everything that we have with the online communities, and it just transforms it into something else, man. And I get motivated when I see trash. I get motivated when I see things that can be arbitrage, just all of that, man. I get super motivated. And then I bring that energy back to the community and let people know we just got to get out there and execute, man. Make things happen. Trash to cash, man.
That's right, trash to cash. Oh, we lost Josh. He'll be back. He's probably fixing his camera or something like that. So, I mean, your main platform is Mercari, right?
Right now, yeah. My main platform is Mercari.
Okay. And what other ways do you get money when it comes to reselling?
Oh, Mercari, eBay, Amazon, and then you got local sales. Dealing with local sales, making relationships with people, so that way you can bridge that gap between the things you have and other customers, or different ways to move inventory.
Now you didn't mention them. Flea markets.
Oh yeah. For sure, flea markets. Flea markets fits into that local thing where you just find, the general public who can appreciate the different things that you have to offer, and you get them to get the stuff that they're looking for, man. Like what I like to do is I call it business to business. I try to supply other people, like how we might be able to get onto Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist or wherever you go, offer up and see you got the free section, and then you have the people who are just like pushing stuff, lots of stuff and whatever and whatnot. And I'm that dude trying to like do that for people. Like I had a guy today buy 6 screens off of me today, computer screens. And I do those type of transactions. I might sell a person 10 hard drives or, random things like that, cords, whatever they need. But in a bulk because it's like they have things they're doing, and I fulfill that for them by collecting the stuff I collect, and I bring it back to them, and we do a transaction.
So basically, by any means necessary, whatever comes your way.
By any means, bro. Any means.
Now, you don't gotta put it all out there. You know what I'm saying? But how is it that you come across like that sort of inventory? Do you do like your sourcing? You know what I'm saying? Do you do any sort of wholesale, or do you do liquidation, or how?
Man, creative ways, man. For instance, I'm very good at making relationships. You know, when you make relationships, every door opens up for you. For instance, right? Put it to you like this, because in my private groups, I teach people this. I call it the finesse. Let's say everywhere you went, you had a player. And what I mean by a player is a person on your level that, you know, shows you enough attention to accommodate what you need. For instance, let's say if you just do DVDs and you go into a store and they got a load of DVDs and it's not moving fast enough, they'll let you into the back. Now you're in the back and you can cherry pick and set up special arrangements and possibly even get it for free because you made that relationship, where if you didn't have that relationship, you would walk in there, see what was available, pick what worked for you, and then you would leave. You're missing so much opportunity that's actually sitting in the back. But without that relationship, you can't access it. So it's like everywhere I go, I got a player. I set that up right from the beginning, man. Everywhere that I go.
Yeah, man, I totally understand that. I mean, it's funny because today I came up on a PlayStation 3, you know, the one that's like $100 and something that you sell it online for like 150.
Okay.
I came up on that for 40.
Okay.
I only had $20 cash on me.
Okay.
But while I was there was these two ladies that I built relationship with, that they do garage sales too, and they do their own estate sales and yard sales and stuff like that. And I've done a couple videos with them, and they were there. So I was like, man, I don't got the cash, and this lady's gonna sell it to somebody else, and I need this. And sure enough, I go, hey, I need $20. They're like,
yeah.
Are you all right? No problem. I'll be right back with it. No, just come by my house and bring it to me later, like that, you know.
Okay.
And these were ladies that I met through going out sourcing, going to garage sales, going to estate sales, you know. And and at the same time, I know you saw the post, because I think I might have tagged you. I think I've tagged you in every post I put like this past 2-3 days. But the one where I sold the printer, that was the whole thing about, you know, building a relationship. You know, I found a piece of trash on the side of the road, but instead of just grabbing it, I went and knocked on their door. You know what I'm saying? And I knocked on the door. I let them know exactly what I did, what I do. I was honest with them. We exchanged information. They called me 2 other times. And I've sold pretty much everything except like an ottoman. They gave me like this ottoman, this piece of furniture.
Okay.
I sold the desk chairs. I've sold the car seat. I sold everything. And he called me back to tell me about a printer. And he said he was gonna give it to me for $20-$40. But then when he looked it up, he was like, "Oh, this thing sells for like $500-$600." And he was like, "I'll take 100. I'll give it to you for 100." But there you go. I built that relationship with the guy, and I just sold the printer. I made $200 and something profit.
Yeah.
So I made my 100 back, plus the 200 something, plus the other money that I made off of the other stuff that they were throwing away, all because I knocked on their door and I told them who I am, and I spoke to them, and I was respectful. And that's how it works, man. That's how it works.
That's what. That's applying your finesse, because now if you do that 200 more times, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, and seeing what he's talking about, y'all need to get that book. It's only $5. The link is in the description. It's only $5, and I'm telling you, it's worth every penny. It's not even a big book or nothing. It's a few pages long. Like I think it was
It's 64.
64 pages. I mean, I read it within, like, by the time I woke up, I had already read it.
Listen, if you sit down, one sitting, you can read it and get the information and go apply it immediately. You know, and that's how I wanted it to be, because having some stuff where you got to read it over and over and over to get it is like too much. You want people to get right to it, you know, and I'm like that with everything, man.
Yeah, I noticed that. Like, I message you and I send you like 3 sentences and you're like, no doubt.
Yeah.
Bad move. And I remember you posted one time. You were like, you posted something about like not saying too much. You know what I'm saying? And that's something I respect about you. Me, I like to say a little too much sometimes. You know?
No, that's cool, bro. We all have that we do stuff, different levels and all that stuff. So that's fine. I appreciate everything because we can't all be the same. You know what I'm saying?
See, Manny talk too much. See, right now he's quiet because he's on camera. He's camera. But Manny talks a lot. He talks a lot. And Oscar, you got anything you want to ask our special guest? Oh no, Josh is here, dude. My bad, Josh. I don't know how long you've been there for.
No, I just got in. I don't know if I look any better on the YouTubes.
I can't hear Josh.
You can't hear him?
Me?
No.
I hear him. I hear you.
That happened to me once.
Is it because of me? Do I have to leave and come back in?
Yeah, I can't hear anything.
It could be because I hear you perfectly fine.
All right, hold on.
Flipadollar, you got number 365 subscriber right there. Turtle Trader just subscribed to you. So do you do YouTube?
I gotta get active again, bro. I've been really like lacking, man. I gotta get back on there.
Yeah, it's difficult, man. Instagram and then YouTube and then all this social media, and then on top of that, the regular stuff you gotta do.
My dilemma is the delivery of content. I'm trying to figure out how I can make it come into everything and just come in and be perfect. So I overthink.
Yeah, I mean, I think you do great, bro. I think to me it's like you just turn on the camera and you talk and it's great. That's it. That's all you have to do is turn on the camera and talk.
And that's probably all it is, bro. But I just haven't gotten to the point of sitting down and doing it.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Either way, you got 365 subscribers, so it's helping you out some. What's up, Josh?
What's shaking? Can you hear me now?
Carpenter, good morning. Yeah, I hear you. Flipadollar, you hear him?
No.
It's all good.
I'm on the iPad, man. That's probably why. It's me. It's me.
No, it's not you. That actually happened to me one time that I couldn't hear. Then Alex was talking. Sometimes there's a weird connection after you log out and you log back in. I'm sure that's happened before. But don't worry. I know that whatever Josh says, Manny will go ahead and just say it to you, so you guys are able to communicate through Manny.
Perfect.
But I do have a question. Alex was saying if I had any questions. Now, building relationships. You build relationships. Was there something that motivated you or first got you into is like, you know what, I got to start building relationships, like when you first started reselling or anything like that? Or did you just pick up on that?
Yeah, I met a guy that I follow on Instagram now. We used to hang out like every day. Easy Denim on Instagram. And he showed me the importance of it by just naturally being a people person. Like me and him will be in the store, and next thing I know, he got the store manager's number. Like, what the hell? And from there, the store manager would say, hey, our clearance is coming up next week. When we get the budget, you want to come check it out? And it just opened up a massive door, and our Amazon accounts exploded, man, with sales after that. We were getting stuff like, you wouldn't believe it, man. It would sound like a lie if I told you what we were getting and how we were getting it. It would just sound crazy, bro. But I took it and I started giving that information to other people and explaining the importance of it, because it's make or break. If you go into a thrift store, like I was saying earlier, and look and it's nothing there, you leave, right? Go back on your route. You go to the rest of your stores. You don't know what's in the back. You don't know what's processing. You don't know what's coming. They might know. They say, oh, well, we got a pallet coming, or we have these machines here, or, like that printer situation. We got 10 of those, but you don't know because you don't have the access. Once you have that access, they'll show you, oh, we have 10 of these, and you like, cha-ching.
Yeah.
You're making some serious money.
Now, for the people in the chat, because if I see hindsight's 2020, right? I would have titled this "Building Relationships." That's one of my number one key things. You know what I'm saying? And matter of fact, the majority of the business I've made or done has been like through word of mouth. Through I bought some baseball cards, bro. That was a horrible buy because they're just bad baseball cards. But I sold a few. I sold a handful to a family friend. You know what I'm saying? Because I told them what I had. I sold a handful of them, and I made half of my money back. So building relationships is what it's all about. So for the people in the chat, do y'all have connections or because I know a lot of people are afraid to talk to like a manager, or they don't want to let people know what they do, which is understandable, especially for the retail arbitragers, right? But for the people in the chat, do y'all um, you know have connections? Tell us something about a connection that you've made with somebody in business that's benefited you, and how that happened. Yeah,
I,
no, go ahead.
I have one. I was looking on Facebook Marketplace. I always watch Facebook Marketplace, trying to look for something that that I can flip, obviously, for more money. And I found a guy who was selling a bunch of Hot Wheels. Shout out to Derek. He was selling a bunch of Hot Wheels still in the blister pack, and I was talking to him, and I was gonna go and pick up all of the Hot Wheels that he had. Supposedly they were from the late '90s, early 2000s, but still in the packs. He said that it was taken care of with a white glove. Basically that they were in perfect condition. And then after I got out of work, I needed to wait till 5. Unfortunately, by the time I had gone to work, somebody had already passed by and picked all of them up. But I had messaged him. It's like, hey, let me know next time I'm around. And he's like, hey, look, I got this store. I got a store up in Pompano. We're opening up. We're setting everything up. If you want to come by, just come by. And a couple weeks later, I saw that he put another Facebook Marketplace um, ad for a bunch of die-cast cars, but the pictures, it was pictures from the last lot of the Hot Wheels. So I messaged him, and I went up there and I shot out, and then I shot up to Pompano, and then when I got there, the ones that were in the picture obviously were sold 2 weeks ago. But then he started showing me the slots and showing me all of these cool things that he gets off of estate sales, like from collectors. And I start going through his boxes. He still hadn't set up the store. As I'm going through these boxes, I find a ton of collectible Dale Earnhardt Senior, not Junior, still in the package in excellent condition. And then I was like, hey, how much you want? We laid out everything on the table. We went through them one by one. We counted how many cars, and then I ended up buying the whole lot. It was like 220 cars, and I gave him $170 for it. But he's like, hey, look, but I got these other things, and this goes back to what Flipadollar was saying about getting into the back. It's like, look, I got these other cars, and he had these other cars that were in the box, and I was just, he saw that I was excited about all of these things that I was seeing, all of these collectibles, die cast, and old Batman, Batman figures and stuff like that. And he's like, look, but that's nothing. I got all of these things, and then he takes me into the back. When we go into the back, he has bins and bins and bins, and I'm talking about like huge bins full of loose vintage die-cast cars. He had Ertl, he had just a bunch of bins. And then after talking to him for a while, he was telling me, he's like, look, I'm looking for somebody, to handle my wholesale. Because what I do is I buy the good with the bad. When I buy these estate sales from these collectors, I not only buy the things that I want, I buy absolutely everything. So right there, I got in good with the guy. I got his number, and then possibly gonna start working with him. Taking all of his, the stuff that he's not gonna sell in his storefront or on eBay, because we have 3 people that work for him full time listing on eBay. I'm gonna take those off his hands. But I was able to get into the back room, and man, I was impressed with everything that I saw back there. He had everything nicely organized, like in bins just stacked up to the roof of just stuff that he's not going to have in his store, stuff that he's not listening to, just wants to just somebody to come and just buy it all. So that was one, and this was not too long, it was probably like 2 weeks ago. That was a good contact that I made up in Pompano.
Josh, you look like you want to say something. It's like you. I looked at you at the same time you looked at the camera.
Well, it stinks he can't hear. Well, here you can ask him then. I want to know if Gumroad ever gave him his money when he posted that photo on Instagram. That he made so much money so fast they thought it was fraud.
All right, did you hear him? You didn't hear him, right?
No.
He said he wants to know if Gumroad ever gave you the money because you. What was it again?
He sold the book so fast they thought it
Oh
was
yeah,
fraud.
you sold the book so fast that they thought it was fraud. So did they ever pay you for it, or did they?
Not yet. It's a review. Obviously it's real people buying it, so I'm not worried about what they're saying. It's just a delay where they want to meticulously go through it, and that's fine. You know, they schedule payout every 14 days, so I guess it's 14 more days because by that time they'll be able to see no reversals or any things like that and know that it's real. They shut the link down, bro. If you go to the link in my bio, it doesn't work.
Oh wow.
They shut it down. I don't know if that's Instagram or Gumroad or what's going on, but they shut it down because they said I was on probation. But that's fine. You want that type of stuff to happen. That means you're doing something right. You know?
Yeah. It's better to have those kind of problems, man. Those are the kind of problems I want to have. You know. And a matter of fact, I put the link in. So will that link work though? If they click on it and they go.
That link is live.
Yeah, because
because
I got it last night and I read it last night, so I know it worked. But go ahead. Go ahead. What's up?
What they did was when you hit the link in my bio, it's taking you to Digital Trapper, which is my website, and then you're clicking it. So it's like they stopped being able to go to Digital Trapper, I guess, because when you get to it, it just times out. You know, so somewhere they. You know, whatever happened, but the direct link works. So I've been just doing it through the DM when people DM or whatever. And the link you have is live, it's ready to go.
All right, so you heard that. I just put the link in the bio. It's a promo $5. I'm telling you. Matter of fact, answer in the chat. What was the last thing that you spent $5 on? Everybody in the chat, put in the chat, what was the last thing that you spent $5 on?
A foot spa.
Well, yeah. Have you flipped it yet? Did it make you money?
No, I'm gonna auction it off. We're gonna auction off the foot spa.
Starbucks. Look, Starbucks. We got a foot long fast food. All right. So none of those things can make you money unless you flip those. I mean, you could flip. I tried flipping Popeye's chicken sandwiches, but they sold out. But you could try to flip them. Popeye's chicken, there it is. Popeye's chicken sandwich. $5, and it can make you money. Just more than anything because of the change, the mindset that it puts you in. You know. Because we talk about building relationships. He was talking about finesse, right? And just you know, just the mentality you gotta have to really, you know, make money. You know what I'm saying? And definitely go check out that link. And $5 on baby Jordans this morning.
That's nice.
Yeah, CJ's out. As a matter of fact, CJ, where are you at right now? You're in Philly too, right? CJ, I talk to him all the time. He's always hitting me up, telling me all the different things he found. I think he's in Philly too, and he works for the post office. Everybody in the chat, type 1 if you want to see CJ Spano has been following, coming to the. Yeah, I don't think he's ever missed a show, maybe once. Type 1 if you want to see him come to the show.
Dude, make him a mod.
Oh, he's in Jersey.
Why isn't he a mod yet?
Yeah, that's close.
That's because he took himself off. That's what happened. CJ, you're a mod now because they pointed it out. I'm sorry. He should have been a mod a long time ago. So you see that, CJ? Everybody's showing you love. They want to see you live, whether you're a multi-million-dollar seller, whether you're brand new, whether you got to spend it on that. We don't care. We just want to meet you, hear your story, man. I think it's awesome. Whether you know what really goes on behind the scenes at the post office or not, we just want to see you on the show, man. That'd be really cool. And yep. Yo, Todd, what's up, Todd? Flipping Hustler is in the house. Much love to you, man. So let's go on. Let's go on. So tomorrow you're going to a flea market, right?
Yes.
What time you wake up to do this, man?
4:30 a.m., 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. It depends. Tomorrow, with it being a Sunday, 4:30. Sundays are busy.
You get an extra half hour in on a Sunday, or you get less sleep on a Sunday?
I probably get less, because you rolling in from Saturday, and Saturday is, like when we get done, I'm gonna watch some boxing. I'm not going straight to bed. I'll be up till like midnight, and then I'll get like 3 or 4 hours of sleep and jump up and go.
Now, Josh was asking in the chat. He said to ask if you're tired of flea markets, because he hated hauling all the stuff out just for a garage sale. So he could imagine like what a flea market would be like, and I know you got the whole setup. Like I've seen it. It's insane.
Yeah, I mean, I like what I'm doing, so you can never get tired of it when you love it. You know what I'm saying? The way I do. So it gives me something. So it's like if I got tired of that, I'm tired of living. So nah, man, I get out there. I enjoy talking to the people. I enjoy the application of finesse, which is important. How to do it. I even do it with my customers. You see me when I'm out there. If you walk up and you look at something and I give you a price and you don't like it, then I say, hey man, come with a free bag. 99% of people laugh after that. Once you crack that ice, they say, "Are you get a free bag?" I'm like, "Yeah, what color you want?" Once I do that, now they are more open to like, all right, man, well, what you say again? Listen, man, I take $1 off since you're listening to me now. Come on. I'll take $1 off. And you got to close them in, man. ABC, always be a closer. They open, you close, and you'll be good.
I like that. CJ, I left the postal service 2 months ago. Whack a troll. Feed them kitties. You got number 367th YouTube subscriber right now, and that was Kathy. Kathy's also been a loyal follower from day one. The moment I was seen on YouTube for the first time ever, she's been there following and showing a lot of love and support. So people in the chat, type 1 if you want to see Kathy on our show one of these days. She's shy. I know you're shy, Kathy. I know you're shy, but we would love to meet you and hear your story. Because, we've been getting a lot of big guests. I call them big guests because, I don't know if you know my story, but I was homeless at one point. I didn't have nothing. I lost everything. The fact that my mom is in the chat right now showing love is a blessing, And, for me, it's like, man, the people I was watching, the people I've been following are coming on a show with me and my people, bro. You know what I'm saying? And we're having a good time. We're talking, we're getting to know each other, and we're building relationships, bro, And so we've had some big guests, but, the truth is, I don't care if you got 1,000 subscribers or 1,000,000 subscribers, or if you've never done social media in your life. Just for the fact that you're part of this, I would love for you to be on a show for one night, come out, show your story, talk to us, and just have some fun and some laughs. So you see that, Kathy? Everybody wants to see you on a live show. And if you ever go on a live show, Kathy, look at me, Kathy. If you ever go on a live show, it better be on Resellers U-Nite. It better be on this show. If I see you on another show, Kathy, I ain't gonna be happy, Kathy. So you heard that, and that's real. So yeah, man. So yeah, dude, because I'll be honest with you, there's a flea market right around here. It's in Homestead. I just moved, so I'm like 15 minutes from it. Okay. And I used to go there once in a while because I was into snakes and reptiles, and they got them for the low over there. And but I've been wanting to go over there with like stranded inventory. You know what I'm saying? Stuff that's just not moving, that were probably bad buys. I want to go over there, throw it on a table, and just see what I can get back. Cut my losses. So would you recommend I try it out at least once?
It's gonna work out, bro. It's gonna work out.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I got a bunch of stuff that I can take there. I think we got to get a couple of tables.
It's gonna work out.
You want to go next week?
Yeah.
Wait. I'm talking too quick. I don't know what's happening next week. We'll look at the schedule within the next 2 weeks. So if not this
Slacker.
coming up,
You need to commit. Commit to it. Make some
I don't know
money.
what's happening next week. I don't know. I gotta look at my
You have
schedule.
nothing happening next week.
There might be things. There could be things.
No thing.
But if not this week coming, the next week. If you guys want to see me and Oscar with a megaphone at the flea market selling Popeye's chicken sandwiches, type 1 in the chat, and we'll try our best to do it. If not Popeye's chicken, we'll do McChickens from McDonald's, or we'll do vegan tofu burgers, something like that.
Ask him if any of the places allow permanent stands at the flea markets, because the ones by me, you can actually rent out stands and rooms.
Now, Josh just asked. He said, "Do you think that Manny?" No, I'm just joking. I was about to come up with a joke, and I just couldn't come up with it. He asked if the flea markets you go to, do they have permanent stands where like you could pay a monthly thing or something like that? Yeah, you pay a monthly thing and then you got like a permanent spot.
Yeah, I don't believe in that though.
No,
nah,
because it kind of commits you to getting it, right? To being there.
Does, like with some of them, if it rains, you don't get your money back. So there is no back date or whatever. And that's a reverse finesse. I don't like for people to finesse me. That doesn't really fit well. So with me, I'm jumping up early, securing my spot, and going from there on the basis of when I need it. And when I don't need it, I'll be listing or sourcing or family time or whatever. But I don't want to, like you said, I don't want to be 2 weeks out and then it rains 2 weeks out because you don't know it's going to rain, but you're locked in. Come on, that's not business.
Yeah. No, and especially here in Florida. In Florida, it rains every day, and you just don't know where it's gonna rain at. You know it's gonna rain, but you just don't know where exactly. So, but
so what is it that you do? You wake up the same day and then you pay for that spot. You pick your spot, and then you pay for it the same day. Is that how you do it?
Usually, what I do is I go on the starting day. Like for instance, the starting day will be Friday because you got Friday, Saturday. So on Friday, I would lock in, I'm here for these days. And then I would lock in. So it's like a 3-day window. And I picked the same spot because primarily everybody else does too. So everybody is where they are. And when you get in with the people, they're not really going to give you a spot out. You know what I'm saying? Like the people that run it. They're like, oh, no, he's going to be there. He's coming. So it kind of works out in your favor when you're always there and then you become a regular.
And you build a relationship with the people that are there at the flea market too. So they reserve you.
That's number one, bro. Like I said, everywhere that you go, if you build that relationship, every door, like I like to say I have the key to the city. Because everywhere that you go, if you have a relationship, you get favoritism. Everywhere. Doesn't matter. You get favoritism because people are familiar with you. So it's easier for me to give you favoritism when I'm familiar. It's easier, if I see you somewhere, oh man, we were on the show, that opens it up right there. So from there, we're doing something else just because of that, so it's easy to do that. Whereas though somebody in the comments is in here too, but I can't see them. So I don't know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I can't give them anything more than I would give someone else because there's nothing there for me to, unless I recognize something. And I say, oh man, yo, you were in the chat. And then it takes us to that level of building a relationship.
That's a good point. That's one of the most important things in the reselling business, creating these interpersonal relationships with like-minded people and people that, you do business with.
That's why I'm showing you this. I'm going to show you a problem with the reseller community. You outsourced and scanning, you got this on. You can't build a relationship with this on. You can't. You talking about you in your own mind, your own world, but you can't open up on this shoulder while you're scanning. And they're like, hey, what you doing? What you doing? Now you have to determine if you got to be rude to them or if you have to open up, because some of those people want to block you and some of them want to take you to the next level. Some of them is like, what you doing? What you doing? I got this warehouse over here that I'm not using and it got $1 million in inventory just sitting in there. You know, it was my dad's stuff. I don't want it. And then another person is like, hey, you on eBay with it? What app you using? You know, how much is it per month? And just those type of people when they want to block you. And so you got to fill people out. So what I tell people, because I teach them about applying finesse, we all got the finesse, but if you don't apply it, then, you know, you're not using it. You would know in what scenario what to do. Sometimes you got a person where, for instance, I went into a Toys R Us and the girl was following me on Instagram. She was like, you Flipadollar? I was like, yeah, you already know what I'm here for. So go ahead and press them buttons. You know, press the right buttons. This price needs to be different because I'm here and, you know, I'm going to have 10 shopping carts and we're going to take it from there. And, you know, you open it up and let everybody know. And it's different, man. It's so much different.
Now, I want to ask you to do something real quick.
Pervert.
It might he didn't even hear you say that. he just called me a pervert. But can you jump out and jump back in? Because it could be that you need to jump out, jump back in for you to be able to hear Josh. That way he can stop stressing because he's crying. He's literally crying.
Not a problem. I'm going to do it right now.
And in the meantime, y'all go and check out his Instagram. If you haven't already, follow him on Instagram. I put the link again to Balling on a Budget. Check it out. I promise you, man. And if you got it, I want to know if you got the Balling on a Budget, a reseller's guide to Mercari, $5. That's all it is. If you got it and you basically are saying that I want to up my game on Mercari, if you got it, type 1 in the chat right now. And yeah, we were talking about the interpersonal relationships, man. And he was talking about the headphones, right? Like that, I've always heard that reselling is a lonely business, and I think by him saying that, he just proved something, right? It's a lonely business because we choose for it to be. You know what I'm saying? Like us on YouTube and social media, we network, we communicate, we talk, we build relationships, and we talk throughout the day. But we build those relationships, and it's true. If you're out there, you got headphones on, you're not gonna be able to talk to somebody, or you're not gonna be able to interact. Like you don't hear them. You know what I'm saying? And in a lot of cases, I think it's because we choose to, you know, be lonely in this business. Because you don't have to be. I mean, I from the very beginning was screaming out the top of my lungs. Did you know you could sell on Amazon? Did you know when you buy something on Amazon that you're not buying it from Amazon? Like from the day I found out, I was telling the world, and it literally spread over to this guy over here, to that way, not Manny.
Mannequin, the mannequin told you.
Manny don't do nothing. And CuBaNaSo, my homeboy Oscar, and it spread out to him. And I even made a video about it, building relationships in business, and tell the world that you sell on Amazon. And it was him on his first shipment. He sent out a little box, but it was the fact that
it was like that. My first time was like,
but still, it was his first shipment, and now he's blowing me out the water on Amazon. I'm gonna tell you that much, and he's killing it on Amazon right now. So, you know, and that's awesome. To me, that's great. Like to me, that's great. To me, that's what I gained. You know what I gained? Not only I gained, a friend or whatever it is, right? But for me, it's like to see him. Literally, I can remember just a few months ago, he was just a regular job. Yeah, he had his little side here, little some, but then he jumped on Amazon, and then to see and he's been through some hurdles with Amazon, and to see where he's at now and where he's going, like to me, that's what I win. I feel great to know that this is my boy and he's blowing up, you know, like, and I know at the same time he's gonna help me blow up, and then it's like that. It's mutual, or what's that word? Back and forth, vice versa, whatever. But yeah, and that's what I get. And I love to see that, and that's what I love to see in the community, man. You know, like the fact that he wrote a book. You know, you would think, you know, he made a book to make money. Well, yeah, right. It's you got to make money, right? And it's a good way to make money, but in reality, he built that for a purpose, not just a reason. You know, and it was to help other people. And you see it all the time in his comments. And I think somebody commented earlier, man, you know, like they upped their game on Mercari because they checked out your book, man, you know. And I could tell you that it helped me out, you know, and I just read it last night, you know, and it's just a really great, you know, great thing to do is to help other people in any way possible, you know. And if you put that first above all else, then at the end of the day, you win regardless of what you win, because you win a friend, you win knowing that you help somebody. You know that feeling, bro. Like when people message me and tell me that I inspire them, you know, or tell me that if it wasn't for this and that, you know, they wouldn't be whatever. Like that makes me feel good, and I take that over anything all day long, you know.
Yeah,
And
it's
I'm
important.
constantly stuff from people, you know, helping them because that's what I like to do, you know. I could put chats. I could put this stuff on.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Sweet.
Perfect.
All right, good night. I'll see you guys later. All right, is there anything you love to source just because you like the item? Obviously, it sells or it's a waste of time, right? But is there anything you go out for, search for, just because you like to have them or use them, or it's just a personal thing?
No, I got rid of that mindset. That's not business. When you do that, you become a hoarder. You just got a lot of
Right.
stuff. You can like everything. What I usually do is, if it's giving me a return, like for instance, this was a quarter. This is trash to cash. It's a broken iPod. It has no top on it, right? But it's a hard drive inside and some other stuff that somebody is going to use with a better housing, and they'll rebuild a new iPod. So this is $10 on Mercari all day, just like this.
That's awesome.
Just like $10. So if you get it for a quarter, and how you get it for a quarter is relationships. When you go to the flea market and you know somebody that's doing clean outs, I know a guy who works for the housing authority in Philadelphia, right? So he's evicting people like once or twice a week. He has everything. You text him, hey, what you got? Oh man, I got some iPods, I got this, I got that, I got this, I got that. It's in a bucket for you. And when you go see him, that's how I'm able to get that low buy cost, building that relationship. Sometimes I get stuff for free, and sometimes it's, you know, cherry picking and getting stuff like this. This is money all day. It's like gold, man. It's like free money. That's why I call it trash to cash, because this is actually trash.
Right.
The average person, like, it has no top, it's no buttons, and they toss it.
Well, you can even look at it straight, like the Apple Store. You bring in a broken iPhone and they, you know, can't fix it for you. They literally throw it in their trash. Dumpsters
Exactly.
throw it every day on YouTube. I mean, it's literally, they even look at it as trash. They're like, I don't want to fix this, but somebody else can do it. Triple their money on it, you know.
I love trash.
Man. Trash is everything. Trash and finesse. Don't forget the finesse. You see that right there? You see that double F, right? That's double F. Let me see if you can see it. That stands for finesse father. And that's behind me. And I look at that every day, so that way I know without the finesse, you don't have anything. You don't have anything. That's my competitive edge. Like, if you're not willing to work harder than people and always take in new information so that way you can apply different things and see what works, you got to have the finesse, because I can go somewhere where you can't find any inventory and find a bunch of stuff. And you're like, what is he doing? You know what I'm saying? What exactly is he doing? I'm applying finesse. Once you put the finesse in there, you winning. It don't matter. You know, I teach people that. But you got to have the mindset, because once again, pull these back out, because I want to let people know. If you got these in, put them in the right way. If you got these in and you're just working into yourself and listening to whatever you're listening to, you're not receiving new information. So how can you apply something else? How can you do anything more? For instance, I like to say, let's say if you got a $1,000 per week hustle, how do you get to $2,000 if you got the headphones in? You don't get there because you're not talking to the person that can position you to get to $2,000 per week because you're still stuck on 1,000 mode with the headphones in. You're not meeting anybody new. You're not creating a new route. You're not sourcing new products. That's a problem. You got to always be moving around and doing new stuff. I like to say you add, but you don't subtract. You find something that works and you add more things that work. You would subtract something that doesn't work, but we're not focusing on subtraction. We're focusing on adding because we all know how to do what we know how to do. So we got to figure out how to do more. And then you apply yourself, and there you go.
That's
Yeah, that's like. Go ahead, Josh.
I would say that's why I love the garage sale side of it. It was just all my inventory is organized, so taking it all out and bringing it out somewhere makes it all unorganized. But I love the interaction. You know, I started selling when I was 15 years old, and I love the human side of it, and that's why I think I'm drawn to YouTube. You know what I mean? Just the social media, let's say in general, because I get to talk to other people and meet people, and that's how I've grown and met people and found stuff and new people and connections. But that was just that part of that flea market. It was like I have to haul it all out there, and it's not the work, the physical labor work. It's the organization side that drives me crazy. You know what I mean? And so that was my
saying. I have split inventory. I have flea market stuff, and then I have stuff that will go online somewhere, and that's kind of how you make that separation.
Gotcha. That makes sense. That makes more sense.
Like your bread and butter stuff that you know you can get more for.
Right.
That's the stuff you don't all around. You would have somebody come look at it, or however you want to do it. And then the other stuff, like they were talking about going to the flea market, you go blow it out.
Right.
You blow it out. Make whatever you can make.
Yeah, that's the only reason I'd asked about the permanent spot. The flea markets by me, there's two of them. They have indoor year-round spots, and they're under $200 a month to have it. And then you separately you can go grab an outdoor spot first thing in the morning. You know what I mean? If you want to grab one of those too. But yeah,
I'm gonna tell you something. Some of the guys are doing local to me. Some of the flea markets actually have storage containers on site, and you can just put the stuff in there, and you don't have to move it.
That's what they do there. Like you have to have a spot inside to do that, but they let you keep it in there and it's locked up. And
they got it outside as well.
Oh wow!
You can have a storage container, and it's like $50 a month or something. $100.
That would be awesome.
You load up the stuff that will make sense for the flea market, and then you can go right out there and you ain't got
just
to
unload.
I
like that.
And it just popped in my head. I just remembered yesterday. I went to a body shop because we were picking up a car or whatever. But next to that body shop, this dude had a Dodge Ram, and I had a Dodge Ram car part. So I go up to him and I talk to him, and there you go, built that relationship with him. But I found out that the car part that I had, he would have paid me $200 for it. So I messed up. I just wanted it gone because it was big. And I got it for free, but it's not a loss. But man, I did beat myself up on that. Man, if I would have waited one more day, that would have been a $200 bill right there, man. But I got his info and it's good. It's good. Can't wait to call him up. Just about every day is trash day somewhere in town. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I used to have a list. I'm so annoyed. I haven't had a chance to film it because today when I went to film my dumpster dive haul, the wife left with my son. They went to the park, so I can't get mad about that, obviously. But I'm like, I literally filled up in the trunk of my van. Like I just went and hit a bunch of dumpsters. I went through like 14 dumpsters, so I stumbled on the Goodwills, and it was just overflowing with stuff. I was like, wow, why are they throwing this out? This is amazing. Like I have a weird, I'm excited to look at it. It's a paper packet of stuff, and it says like Care Bears Care Gift Pack or something along those lines. And it looks old and vintage, and it's just filled with stuff. And I'm like, Because all this stuff, I'm like, I just need to sell and film. I love filming.
What's the best thing you ever found, like, on the side of the road?
Who? Me?
Everybody.
Everybody. Well, if this thing that I sent you guys a photo of today, that PC, if I can get that thing powered on, I found that on the side of the road, and they're selling for $1,900 on eBay. It's an old server computer that they don't make anymore by Compaq. So.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's what that was?
Yeah, that was an old. I was taking it apart and it was covered in dust. Let's see here. Let me see if I can. There's the case.
Yeah, I saw the picture that you sent. That's an old ProLiant. That's before when it was branded Compaq, before it was HP branded.
And then which way am I going? There we go. Yeah, I took all the parts out, cleaned them all out. You know, I had the air compressor out, getting it all looking spiffy, and then we're gonna. There's no hard drives or anything in it, which makes sense. Most companies would take those and, you know, destroy them anyways. But if not, the components alone, each component sells for $200 to $500, depending on what it is. So that just happened to be. I was actually what I call a bro cruise. It was me and some of my good friends were just driving around at night. We were bored, hanging out up to shenanigans, and I'm like, wait a second, they're throwing that out. And so I threw it in the van. It weighs like 80 pounds.
Sounds like me. I am.
80 pounds? That thing look like it weighs 200 pounds, man.
It might be more over 80. I don't know. I'm just so huge. I don't notice when something's really heavy.
Shut up.
So how about you, Mr. Flip? What's the best thing you found on the side of the road?
I guess furniture, I would say probably. I found a lot of, like, in New Jersey, not in PA, because New Jersey, for some reason, they throw out some good furniture, man. Couch sets, everything, you know. And it's really nothing wrong with it. I guess they upgrade and they just get rid of it, you know, snatch it up and put it in my van, man. And I'm out of there.
Now you got space for furniture, or you?
No, something like that. You load it in your van. You go on Facebook Marketplace or somewhere, and you say, "Yo, this is $150," and somebody's like, "Yo, bring it." You know, delivery. You know, you made $150 off the trash, just like that. You don't even unload it. If you can't sell it in a certain amount of days, donate it to the Goodwill and get a receipt.
Right.
Write it off on your tax. So I mean, either way, you win.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't even think of that. To be honest.
You gotta be creative, bro. You gotta be creative.
Oh yeah, you gotta be creative.
Yeah.
Glock 30 says, "Keep your day job, Josh."
Right. Over at Flippin' Farmer BJ, he said, "I need to start selling computer components. I always forget that I know a lot about computers, and it's one of those things. Sometimes getting back to basics that I'm always looking for something new to flip, learning more, learning something new, and then." My one friend who doesn't even, he actually took the job that I used to have at the company I worked at. And he's like, dude, he's like, that's cool you're doing all this. He's like, but you used to flip cell phones blindfolded and rebuild them and fix them and computers. And I'm like, yeah, I did. And it's like, I got away from it, not because I don't like it or don't enjoy it. It's just, it was learning something new, and I kept learning and you know, then I got away from what I know the most about sometimes. And I think it just, you know, I'm trying something new or trying to do this and that instead of what always works.
No, CJ, I think CJ's asking where in Philly. I don't know if he's asking you that.
I'm in West Philly.
Westville?
West Philly.
West Philly.
West Philadelphia. Yeah.
Makes me want to sing the song, man.
I know, right? Everybody does. Born and raised.
I had a friend that she lived in Philly, and she lives in Delaware now. But yeah, she was from Philly, and then she had her own little rap. She was Korean, or she is Korean, and she has her own little rap. And she does like West Philadelphia, born, and then she just flips it, and she does like the Korean style. It's fire too. I haven't talked to her in like a couple months. where Fresh Prince got bullied. Yep. Gave
Yep.
away $1 million.
Right there. That's where I'm from, baby.
Kathy says that you're not far from her.
I would
One of
imagine.
the best things that I found in the dump, well, I stay next to the dumpster. Um, where my mom and my grandmother live, they live in an apartment complex in Kendall, not too far from here. But they have, I mean, ridiculous some of the things that people throw away. I know that Flipadollar was saying that they throw away in New Jersey, they throw a lot of good furniture. Man, in that apartment complex, there must be like 5 or 6 dumpsters, and every single Sunday, there's nice furniture. You know, you may have you'll find a couch maybe with like a small stain that you can clean off, but people throw away bar stools, people throw
Yes.
away full bedroom sets, you know, end tables. But one of the best things that I have found has been an Encyclopedia Britannica set in perfect condition. Not perfect, near perfect condition. It didn't have any mold. The spine was good. The covers were great. The pages were all intact. You know, and if you look up Encyclopedia Britannica on eBay, they sell for good money, and people will pay the shipping. And I have
Oh
found
yeah.
twice, yeah. That was one of my favorite things that I found. Yeah, encyclopedias. I
That's
always
a nice
grab
one.
them when I see them. People throw them out all the time.
Now I want to give a special shout out to somebody. Um, this is pretty cool. It's I don't want to say the name, but I think it's Deidre, and she's from Scott. Or they're from Scotland. I don't even know. They're from Scotland. I think that's pretty awesome. Welcome. We're all in America, the United States of America. Um, yeah, we're probably exactly what you think Americans are like. But welcome to the show. Happy you're here. If you want to watch the show from the beginning, I think that would be cool. So that way you can get to know who's on the panel. And welcome. I think that I just blew my mind. They said they're from Scotland. Like how?
People live in Scotland, Alex. That's how.
No way. People live in Scotland. Do people really live in Scotland? That's
Alex, I
awesome.
have to ask, that car seat you got, how much money did you get for it?
$30, the same that Walmart is giving.
Because you can do, I think, up to 2 with the Walmart thing.
Yeah, I got cash though. I got cash.
Two per ID.
Okay.
It's probably a workaround. We didn't get there yet, but it's probably a workaround. What
Yeah,
I'm going to do, you got to bring more people. Bring a wife, bring your
Oh, yeah.
sister-in-law, sister, bring your brother, and everybody can have 2, and then you break bread, and everybody wins. That's all.
Exactly.
That's one of the workarounds, you know. I mean, obviously you're gonna be waiting in line because it's gonna be a lot of people.
Well, the nice thing is it's the 16th through the 30th.
Exactly. So you got a window. Yeah. So you can set it. If you put the logistics together, man, it's going to work out. I know people that got like 20 seats, man. They're ready to make some grocery money.
Right. Absolutely. I was like, well, even worst case, right? Like if the wife and I would get 4 of them, that's still $120. I'm okay with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got one today.
That's awesome.
I got one today. I was driving, I was getting breakfast, and I seen it. I pulled over, grabbed it, man. I'm excited about it. I can't wait.
So in your reselling, what's your, do you have a next step or a growth that you want to hit or a new foundation of something?
Ultimately, real estate is the next thing. I might be getting into it in the very near future because I got my eyes on some different stuff, and that's where I'm headed because that's going to make me secure in my later years. Because obviously, we're not going to be able to flip trash forever,
right?
Because it'll get to a point where you can't move around the same, or you don't have the same exact passion, and I want to transfer my energy somewhere where I can still be productive and grow and be able to have the family time that a lot of people don't have at work. You kind of you lose family time, you lose touch. I don't want to lose touch. So real estate is going to help me to, build that portfolio to be able to, just live the life I want to live.
I like that. I still want to get into storage units. Not buying storage units, but owning storage units.
I like that. I like that. I like that.
And that's Oscar's eventual step, I think, is owning all the Trump hotels, I think, right? That was your
You buy them out from Trump when he goes bankrupt.
Buy them wholesale.
I ain't mad at that.
That's my main goal is to get to have real estate, you know. So, well, you gotta start from the ground up, man, right? You gotta, like me, this is how I started. I found a fish tank on the side of the road. Y'all want, I'm not even gonna tell the story. Watch the video. I put it out right before this. Go check out the video. It's literally just found a fish tank on the side of the road, man. I turned that into $20 because I was honest with the kid, and you know, now it's like I can't believe the things I sell sometimes, bro.
See, my first resale goes back. I was 16. I worked at Leisure Time Warehouse, which is no longer around, but like every other major store, if something was damaged or slightly broken, they just toss it. And we sold massive above ground pools. I'm like, why are you guys throwing that out? They're like, it's broken. We're not going to sell it. And so like I took it and, you know, I had a thing in the newspaper because it was worth about $80. And I took out a $5 ad with my parents' help and someone bought it for $40. So I was like, this is great.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice.
And then, of course, you know, slinging to friends like, hey, I got 50 of these. Who needs them for $5 each?
Exactly. Relationships, again.
Mm-hmm.
Build them. Make a network.
I think that's why I love sales. I think that's the only time I get, you know, maybe honestly, maybe I need to do more flea market stuff or something along those lines like that. You know, you can be on YouTube all day. You know, Alex, Oscar, and I mean, I talk to my mannequin and, you know, Jordan when he's here and, you know, but it's like I miss a lot of that connection, that day to day. That was the only thing I miss about being in an office every day.
Okay.
Was the people I got to talk to, who I'm still friends with. A lot of them are great friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, having that day to day connection of working with people and just talking with adults. I'm here with my wife, which is still awesome. We hang out all day. We work all day. You know, so it really is my best friend, which is cool. But you know, it's just that interaction, the sales side of it for me.
Yes.
I can't sell anything on eBay. I can write a sentence. You know, here's a paragraph. If I did videos on eBay, I'd sell a lot more.
Yeah, I was thinking that. I was like, man, I can't wait until Mercari video option. Oh man, it's going to just going to explode, man. Amazon has it.
Yeah.
Amazon has it where you can put a video up of certain things. I don't think it's on everything, but they have that option, that's brilliant, man.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah, because you can do a link through YouTube properly in eBay. It'll let you do it. And then it goes to a link where you can go in and watch a video on it, which is great for specific items to show they're working.
Yes.
But that's why I kind of like even the live auction stuff. But yeah, maybe I just need to figure out flea markets.
Kathy said that when she was 8 years old.
I have something that might help you. The cyber flea market is something I started where we can all, as a community, interact with each other on a day-to-day basis. And I can ask you, hey, what do you have? And we do that amongst each other. And like with that server, you might be able to find a person who can use it.
Right.
Or that needs a part, you know, through the cyber flea market, which is it's a flea market inside of a chat. And people come in there, hey, I need this. Like for instance, I got a bunch of random cords and stuff. I go in there and say, hey, if you need any cord, contact me. I got cords for days. Whatever you might need, I might have it. Contact me. You know?
Cords for days.
For days, man. So many cords.
Yeah, I actually I had thought about doing like, you know, I'm an idea guy. I don't know how to make an app, you know what I'm saying? But I always wanted to do like a flea market app, you know, or like a garage sale app. And then they were like, bro, that's Craigslist. I'm like, no, y'all don't see what I see. It's totally different.
Yeah.
It's totally different. Like imagine, so check it out. Imagine you got your own face, like picture Facebook, you got your page. And it's your garage. And you can put it's different though. It's different. It's the same thing.
No,
the same thing as anything, but it's different.
I understand what you're saying, man. It's an abandoned school over here. I think it's called Pepper. And every time I drive by it, I visualize myself buying. I was like, man, if we buy that school, like I went back to the neighborhood. I said, yo, if we all put in $1,000, like let's say if 1,000 people put in $1,000, we can buy the school, and then we can convert it into like a mini mall where you go inside and it's all these shops. You
Or
know what I'm
storage
saying?
units.
It already has like 100 classrooms, so you
Right.
can turn it into 100 stores. You see what I'm saying? We can buy it, own it, and then turn it into 100 different stores, and then we got a place where we can trade and buy and sell every single day, man, and make a community. And that's the type of idea I had. So I made the cyber flea market because it made it possible where we could do it with the internet. You know what I'm saying? And then maybe later on do something like that where we could close on a place like that with 100 doors. You know what I'm saying?
And what you're saying right there is I'm sorry to interrupt you, but it's like what you're saying right there is exactly the mindset that you gotta have, right? Or it's not necessarily you gotta have it. It's the mindset that you want to acquire, right? If you don't already have that mentality where you can see things that other people can't see, like the simple fact that we look at trash and we see money, or we look at things just everyday little items and we just see it a little bit different than the regular person. You know what I'm saying? Like you look at an abandoned school and you see what you just said. You know what I'm saying? Imagine 100 people putting in $1,000 and having 100 stores in there, and everybody got their own store. And guess what? You already paid. You know what I'm saying? You just got to break bread when it comes to tax time. You know, and I mean that's genius. That's genius, but it's also the mentality that like when you see an opportunity, you gotta look beyond it. Just a little bit, just a little bit. It's kind of like the movie Patch Adams. You ever seen Patch Adams?
Love that movie.
It's a great movie. You gotta watch it. Robin Williams, he plays a doctor, and he goes to a nut house, and then he finally goes and well, he went to a nut house, and he's in the nut house, and there was this guy, and he's like, "How many fingers?" And it's like 4 fingers. Like, no, you're all crazy, It's like, yeah, he's putting up 4 fingers though, but no, you're all crazy. And then he's like, look again, and then it blurred out, and you could see the double of the, So they were looking. He was like, because you're looking at the problem, you need to look past it, and when you do that, you can see 8 fingers. So it's like, yeah, there's 4 fingers in front of you, but in reality, if you look at it past it, there's a lot more fingers out there. You know what I'm saying?
1 + 1 = 3.
Yeah.
When you take the information in between, you're looking at the 1 and the 1, but it's something right here too.
Yeah.
You get 3. So you can get 2 or 3. Depends on how you look at it.
Yeah, I used to say that.
Oscar, I think it's time to kick Alex off the show.
No, that's not happening. I'm sorry, but I don't need that in my life. I don't need that. I'm good.
You need me.
Look, Manny, don't make me argue with you on live camera, bro.
It's enough, Manny.
Shut up.
I'll make you look bad. I'll make you look really bad. You'll wish you were a female mannequin. Hey, Manny, I got something for you. Check it out. Hold on, Manny. I got
Oh, wow,
something.
this is great.
I don't know if I'm allowed to show this on YouTube. It's art. Technically, it's art. Look, I'll show you this much, Manny. I'll show you this much. Ooh, look at that. Oh, look at that, Manny. Yo, Manny, you know who that is?
It's hot.
Oh, you almost saw some. Manny, you know who that is?
Manette.
No, that's Manuela.
She fucking came up.
Manuela la muñeca. That's who that is. Hold on. Look, I'll show you her leg. That's her leg right there. And
You're selling her, aren't you?
And she got tattoos. Look at the tattoos.
Why are you selling her?
Look, that's her ear, Manny. I know you got a thing for ears.
Why'd you take a picture of her ear?
Because it has a little earring. It has a little earring hole, bro. Look, you see the little earring?
Oh,
Yeah. So I mean, I like to describe it like, you know, she even has a place you can put earrings.
or you can just put an earring in and show that off.
Now I don't know. I'm gonna do it, Manny. Manny, close your eyes, Manny. Manny, close your eyes. Oh, real quick, I'm not even gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. That's against.
Just Connie. That's phone porn. Mannequin porn.
Mannequin porn. Yeah, it kind of is, right? I felt weird listing it, but I said, no, I gotta list it. So, Manny, I'm selling her. You could go ahead and buy her if you want. I'll ship it to you.
I get them cheaper from China.
This one's made in Bulgaria. Nanny's blind date. Yeah. Let me know if you guys want me to bring her over here for next week's show. I'll put her. I'll let her and Manny kick it or something. Would y'all watch a show with Manny and his girlfriend on a first date? First date. Let me know. We'll do a YouTube video for it or some. Type 1 in the chat if you want to see that, because I'm crazy. I'll do it. I'll do it for the creative part of it, man.
So we have a question from the chat. It says Flipadollar. This is from Michelle with 1L. Your best advice for selling on Mercari for a newbie?
The very first thing is just get started. Get started. Get on there and start. For instance, if you overthink, you'll never get started. You know how you have something sitting in your closet or something that's just been sitting around or that you can collect from a family member that you can sell, so you can start without actually putting any investment into it. Mercari will give you a shipping label that you can print out, so you really don't have to invest much. You might have to get some tape and some packaging or whatever, but get started and get on there. That's the very first thing you want to do. And use the link in this video to get the book. Definitely do that.
There you go.
I need to pick up the book.
That's tip number 2 for any newbie on Mercari. Is
get started. Number 1, just get out there.
Get that book right there. I know Michelle got one. Michelle says she got one. Kathy says she got one.
I'm seeing it come in on my phone. I'm live on Instagram too. And I see like the sales coming in, so I see them.
That's what's up. Well, if you're buying this book, you're gonna see. I wouldn't lead you. I wouldn't steer you in the wrong direction. I never have, never will. That's not my intention. Nah, I just
shout out to Alma. She got the book.
Oh yeah, you better get
that
the book.
She got the book. Thank you. Appreciate it. I hope you use the link in this video. Please do that. If you're watching now or later, use the link here, please.
Yeah, she got the book. It's cheap, y'all. Just like Kathy said. Look, check it out. Kathy said $5 is cheap, y'all. And she has this accent, so she talks like this. She goes, $5 is cheap, y'all. Like she has like a country kind of little twang in her voice.
You know what I say, man?
What's up?
We all spend $5, but what is the return on investment of $5 when you just get something that you can't use later? Like, let's say if we get like a coffee or something, it's $5. You can't use it later. It's one and done. So you use the book. I guarantee it's going to open up a part of your brain where you're like, what? That's all I got to do? And you're going to start making shit happen right from there. Excuse my friend. You're going to get out there and just apply yourself, which is important.
No, you good. You can speak French here, man. You can speak French.
Yeah, you can
accept people all around the world. You can speak French. You can speak German.
Mi pantalón está fuego.
Spanish. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Buenas nachos.
I love nachos.
But yeah, definitely. I mean, that's why I was asking people in the chat. Like, I was like, yo, what was the last thing you spent $5 on? The majority of it was food. I remember, and maybe it's because I'm just hungry. I remember foot long. I remember coffee. You know, a Popeye's chicken sandwich. But it's the truth. What's the return? I mean, yeah, it gives you energy and fuel and kind of like gives you life, right? You need to eat. But in reality, when it comes to longevity and it comes to actual return on investment. You know what I'm saying?
Man, it's important because, like I was saying earlier, we operate from our current level of understanding, whatever that is. You know, for instance, you got people who are in here in the chat now that probably aren't even resellers yet, but they're excited to be a part of the community and to learn and get information, but they didn't take that step to become a reseller. Go download the app. You know what I'm saying? Get the invite code from somebody here, download the app, get started. Get started. Don't worry about getting the book yet. Don't worry about any of that other stuff. Get the app, get on YouTube, get on Google, look for some information, and apply it. There's plenty of
Yeah.
information on the internet.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if you've never opened up an eBay or you've never opened up anything like that, just look into it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just knowing, like, I remember the first time I looked into my first listing. You know, I didn't know what I was doing at all. You know, and just like, you know, that little learning process right there. You know, and it's definitely just do it. Just do something. Poshmark is awesome and uncomplicated. Yeah, Poshmark is good too.
No,
No?
it's super easy to list and get on there. I don't like the sharing. Mr. Dollar, do you sell on Poshmark?
I don't. And I don't have the time to share my closet and all that other stuff. And
That's
I
the
like
killer for me.
the concept and I see what it does and everything. And I think it's a great feature, but you have to, like, that becomes a job. On Mercari, I list, I price high, like I talk about in the book, and I wait for an offer or I keep reducing it until I find a customer. That's
Right.
simple. You always want to price high though. Like even with this broken iPod, I'll put $20. I know it ain't worth 20, but somebody will scream 10 real fast because I said 20. Then I got to where I wanted to be from my quarter. So that's the objective. You know, if you price it at $6, they're gonna say 2 or 3.
Right.
So put
And
it at
sharing
20.
that, because it's what, 10 a day on Mercari to get the promotion or whatever.
I'm not sure. I just load stuff up there and let it happen organically, or I create, you know, deals and relationships, stuff I talk about in the book. I'll create returning customers and how to do it. You know, I talk about that in the book. You know, that's important. You want people to come back. So, you know, even with the flea market, if you got 3 customers that bring you $100 a day, you have 300 automatically.
Right.
So make that relationship where you can get a person that's going to bring you $100.
Well, that's why I was always curious, like if you know, going for sourcing, do you ever try and find the same stuff, or is it all more?
No, it's all about comps and what you can get from your haul, because each day is different. Like you know how, like for instance, with the server, you can't find that every day.
No.
So if you're looking for it, guess what? You walk past everything that was good that day.
Right.
You got tunnel vision, and I talk about that too. Like I have people where I'll let them talk to me so I can see where I could help them, where I could, you know, give them a better understanding. Like I have a guy for 2 years, we've been networking in a group, and he just has tunnel vision because he'll talk about everything that he can't get, everything that is difficult to get. I'm like, dude, if we're looking at our true potential and we look at our goal, it's easier to get there because you're not looking at the distractions. They are there. But if you look at the distractions, you're not looking at the goal. So what are we doing? So if you go out there looking for the server every day, 99% of the time you're coming home with no inventory.
Right.
So if you go out there and you accept what is there and make the most of it, then you can continue to, you know, have success and build.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I love these the stores by me. I always brag about them. I've got 5 different liquidation stores where people buy the truckloads and offload them in their stores for, you know, $12 for $1 or fill a bags or $2 for everything. And I've met a lot with them and I've become close with them. And that's how they're like, you know, 25 cents each, or for me, it's 12 for $1, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Relationship. Once again.
There you go. Someone sold something. Who was it?
This guy. you know, these people. I'm not even gonna entertain this man no more, bro. I'm just gonna let him sit on his offer. He's tripping. How you gonna go up $1, bro? Like seriously. Like I got my minimum, buddy. Like I'm already giving you a deal. Like no.
Go down a penny.
Like I got some I'm selling for $80. They offer me 45. I counter, and then they counter back 46. Like, dog, don't even talk to me, bro. Like,
How much did you pay for it?
with free shipping though. So that's the part that kills me is the free shipping. I only paid like $5 for it, but it's I know it's a Toshiba. It's a Toshiba. It sells. It's a more in demand DVD VCR.
Oh yeah. Then I would wait. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not tripping about it. So I'm not gonna entertain that man no more.
And like you said, free shipping. Come on,
Yeah.
It just doesn't.
And talking about that too on eBay, I don't know if this. Let me know in the chat as well. I don't know if any of y'all have ever gone through this or experienced this, but I had a seller or a buyer. I had a buyer, and they bought a DVD VCR from me, whatever, and they messaged me, telling me that they spend 20 or 40,000 a month on eBay buying people's inventory. And they're looking for specific DVD VCRs because what they do is they refurbish them supposedly, right? They put all the paperwork, they put remotes, whatever is missing, and these things sell for, I don't know how they do it or what it is, but you know they're selling the same one that I just sold them for $100. He's selling it for 400. You know, so I don't know if you guys have ever gotten a message like that. But that happened to me. So I went through my inventory of every DVD VCR in Miami because if you don't know, I own every DVD VCR in Miami, and I went through them all and I sent them a few model numbers and all that, and he hit me up and I sold him two more. But I sold him two more for more than what I was planning on making, so it didn't even bother me. But that little connection right there. So now I'm on the lookout for DVD VCRs all the time. And I'm trying to remember the name of the brand. There's this one brand that I've never seen the name until
Is it
he mentioned it.
Sansu?
Huh?
Is it-
Sansu.
I have one in the garage.
That one
With
right
the
there
remote.
sells for over $300-400.
I got one in the garage with the remote, silver one.
Yeah, it's crazy. And all you gotta do is say you refurbished it, and you
Wow.
sell it all day on eBay.
Yeah. But that's a good person to go ahead and create that connection with, because I mean the prices that you're getting those DVD VCR combos, $5 at garage sales, unload them all to that guy.
Yeah.
Relationships. There you go. And
Yeah.
you said,
Yeah, let me ask you this: have you ever repaired things, or you just try to get what you can out of whatever's broken?
obviously, well, not obviously, because I don't share a lot of stuff. That's what I'm doing now. I'm refurbishing. See, you making me go in my bag. A lot of this stuff now, yeah, I enjoy buying things that are in a certain state because the price is so low, and then I refurbish. Like with my you seen like my CD equipment.
Yeah.
Because I refurbish a lot of media and stuff like that. Like I got a box right here that's full of Disney movies. Hundreds of dollars once you take the little couple scratches off of them.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm selling DVDs for like $18 and $25 that are used because it says Disney. Hey, if that's what they want to do, fine. You know, so yeah, I'm refurbishing a lot of stuff, electronics, everything.
Now let me ask you this. Now you bring that up because I know Shane, Rising Grind Picker. I don't know if you know who he is, but he made a video the other day showing his compound, like the little compound machine or whatever.
Yes.
Now let me ask you this: have you ever? This is just a thought, right? Have you ever thought about maybe doing like CD resurfacing service? You know what I'm saying? Where like people send you a box of.
I do it for people that are local, but that's not really my thing because it turns more into like a job again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm I don't like grass growing under my feet. I move around a lot. If I gotta sit here all day and do the same thing over and over, then it's not fun for me anymore. You know what I'm saying?
What about hiring somebody?
I've gotten into that, but it's not working well for me right now. The different people
Yeah.
just they don't have the same passion that I had.
Yeah, you know what? I found that true, man. I found that true. You know, it's like you're passionate about something, you're excited. You can get someone else just as excited.
Yes.
But if they're really not truly excited, you know, like once they do it, they're like, eh. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
the real like, eh, like why? You know, like then it's like, you know, you're just wasting your time, kind of. But it's good for team.
Ambulance, fire truck, police car. That's why I paused the video. My neighbors is trying to see if everyone's okay, but I didn't want to interrupt.
Is that out of the ordinary where you live, Josh?
Yeah, it's kind of not. Well, actually, not really, but you always hear them a lot. That's why I randomly will mute my microphone and like stare up to the right, because the side street by me is this cut through right to the police department. So we see them a lot, but then all of a sudden they're stopping outside the house, and then I'm messaging the wife. I'm like, "Did you call the police?" Like, making sure they're not coming here. So yeah,
It was Manny. He was trying to get you swatted.
right?
Manny, I'm telling you, Manny, you're just too much, Manny. You're just too much.
Don't give away my tricks.
Your tricks. Yeah. Are we talking about the female mannequin again? Yeah, man, that's normal over here. I don't know how it is over there in West Philly, but Miami is like, it's like a scene of Miami Vice all the time, everywhere you go.
Man, you know over here it's crazy, man. It's the Wild Wild West. You know,
Yeah, I've been in Philly a few times, man. I've been in Philly. I lived in Staten Island for a little while. I lived in right next to Stapleton. Right next to Stapleton, I lived in East Richmond. No, West Brighton. My bad. West Brighton. I lived in West Brighton, and yeah, we used to go to Philly at least once every 2 months, and like where all the Asian spots are, like that's where we normally would go, and yeah, Philly's something else, man. I like downtown Philly. I like the buildings in downtown, especially that one building in the middle that has that statue. I'll never forget that, man. I've never seen anything like it. I'm like, yo, who's that up there? And everybody's like, man, we don't know. Can you see? No, I can't see his face, man. But that's a nice statue.
I've been to Philly once, like 5 years ago. My buddy wanted to buy a moped, so we drove to Philadelphia.
And a moped?
Not on a moped. We were buying one. So we had his parents' minivan, and we drove out there. I just wanted the cheesesteak, so I went along for the ride. And of course, like, you know, we're like, oh, where does, you know, we asked the guy, where do we get a good cheesesteak? He's like, oh, down over here. There's like two guys in the corner, look like total mafia, just sit in the corner, you know, get my cheesesteak. And he's like, yeah, could I not get peppers on it? And you hear the guys like make a weird noise, like they're about to jump him or something. Like, no, you don't have a choice, man. I was like, dude, just get the peppers, deal with it. And then the other time, well, I think I drove through. I think it's technically in Philadelphia. We go to actually, we didn't get to go this year, but the last 3 years we go to Chestnut Hill, over by the college for Harry Potter Festival.
Yeah, you go through Philly to get there.
Yep. And so I have an amazing Hagrid costume that I wear. So that's where I dork out. Not gonna lie about it.
When I heard you mention the moped or whatever you call it, I pictured like Dumb and Dumber, you know,
right?
Like you on the back, and then you guys frozen, and you got like your boogers frozen. It's nasty.
Well, I'm like barely 6 foot. He's like 6'4", so like even the two of us just going anywhere in a minivan, it's funny. But
Yo, what was your favorite all time movie, man? I'm gonna just go off the reselling thing right now.
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I
I
mean,
watch a lot of movies.
you don't?
I said
You
I watch
just-
a lot of movies.
You do watch a lot of movies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's always that one that, or like even that genre or type of movie, right? Like mine, we were talking about the other night. Like I love the, I don't even know if I put in the sci-fi or mythical or what. Like I could sit and watch The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, or jump into some like horrible old movie,
Yeah, he was talking to me about Lord of the Rings, and I was like, man, I don't know. I'm not interested in watching it. And Star Wars, I get a lot of flack for it, man, but I just don't really care about Star Wars. Like, it wasn't my thing as a
You know
kid.
what's funny? I haven't really seen any of those movies.
Me neither.
Almost none of them. So like when people talk to me about it, I'd be lost. They'd be like, "Yeah, you know about that?" I said, "No, I don't know."
Now, when I was a kid, my mom at night to put me like to shut me up or whatever. I don't know why she did it, but it worked. Like to this day, I cannot keep my eyes open during the movie because she used to put a movie on at night, and there was a movie with these little fuzzy little teddy bear looking things, and they were called Ewoks. So like when I was a kid, I remember seeing that movie at night, little parts of it. So growing up, people used to talk about Star Wars, and I used to be like, I've never seen a Star Wars movie, but I would talk about the Ewoks, and I'll be like, yo, did you know about the Ewoks movie? And I felt like I was crazy because everybody was like, there's no such thing as an Ewoks movie. That's Star Wars. I'm like, that's not Star Wars. That's Ewoks. It's called Ewoks.
Yeah.
He used to make fun of me, man. And then come to find out that was actually a Star Wars movie that I used to watch when I was a little kid. So I have seen it, but not in its entirety. It's just not my thing. I'm a Ninja Turtle freak, and everybody that knows me knows that. I love the Ninja Turtles, but I'm more of like the old school Ninja Turtles. So I think those are the best one of the best movies ever made. Yeah, that thing right there, that's my game.
It literally is. It's his birthday present.
That's my birthday present. He won't give it to me yet.
From Frontier Flipper, shout out to Philip. Frontier Flipper sent Alex this for his birthday together with what I'm giving him, which is a brand new, it's not brand new because it's from like 88, NES system to go with it.
Yo, that's just gangster, bro.
But
Like
I'm
you don't
not giving
understand.
it to him. I'm not giving it to him because he has a 50-inch TV just sitting there. He doesn't plug it in. He doesn't put it on
I
the
just
wall.
plugged it in for the first time today.
Yeah, you've had it for like what, 6 months?
Because I don't know if y'all can see that. It's right there. I just plugged it in. I need to hook it up to the wall. I need to move this guy out of there. That was another trash find right there. I was driving through the neighborhood and I saw 2 Bob Marley posters, but it's like cardboard. It's like hard. But yeah, I need to put that TV there. I got the PlayStation now. See, because I found my niche, bro. You know what I'm saying? I found my thing. My thing is electronics and video games and because as I was testing these games, I realized how much fun it was. And I enjoy testing these games. I enjoy testing the movie thing. I like electronic and plus I like the money and the demand. The demand of electronics and the demand of video games. But yeah, hey, Frontier Flipper, I'm not gonna say your real name, man. Congratulations on the weight loss, dude. You're a gangster. In Miami, gangster means a good guy. You're a good fellow, right? You're a gangster, bro. Thank you for the gift, the early birthday gift, even though Oscar won't give it to me yet. Oscar, thank you for my Nintendo. Like, you don't understand. I don't know if you're trying to help me or trying to sabotage me because once I get that, bro, I'm not leaving this house for a little until I beat that game. I'm not leaving, bro. Which I probably could use.
Socks, bro. I can get you a pair of Ninja Turtle socks if you want. You know what I mean?
Oh,
See,
man.
there's he still doesn't know about the gifts from the Ohioans.
What gift?
Don't worry about it. I don't tell you gifts ahead of time.
Why
I
y'all
torture you, bro.
giving me stuff I don't deserve. I don't need nothing.
All right, then you can pay me for it. How about that?
I don't need nothing, but if somebody wants to start a GoFundMe for a Canon M50 mirrorless camera, you can start a GoFundMe. But I don't want nothing. I don't want nothing. You know, $10 here. Everybody throws in $20. I can get a bad camera, a really nice camera. But no, I don't want it. I don't want it. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't
See,
do
my
it.
birthday, I just want to spend a day with Flipadollar at the flea market.
Yo, that would be raw.
Right? Or a day sourcing.
Do it.
That's a day, man. That's a, you know.
How far are you from Philly?
Except I'm in Cleveland, so I'm not far from. 4 hours, I think, maybe 4 to 6, give or take.
Well, I can go with this thing right here. I go with this thing. All right, we got deals over here. Man, I will have so much fun. What's up?
I gotta come in Ohio and get some of that cheap real estate out there.
Right?
Sure. Tennessee's where I don't want to tell the world, but since there's not the whole entire world here, Tennessee is one of the best places for real estate. Real cheap stuff. Taxes, amazing, man. I mean, taxes, like, it probably costs more to fill up your tank with gas than to pay taxes on a 3.5 acre property with a 2-story cabin. Real estate, that's where it's at. I mean, if you want passive income, that's honestly the only thing I can think of is real estate.
We can go on talking all night about real estate.
And I wouldn't mind.
How is Grimes Fines not a moderator yet, Alex?
Because you haven't told me nothing, bro.
Josh has to give the approval.
I have to give the Grimes Fines approved.
He controls Manny, and Manny is all
the end all be all.
Yeah. Is that I need to just make everybody a moderator. You ever go to a chat where everybody's a moderator? I feel like sometimes like my chat is like everybody's a moderator. Now, I don't know if I unmoderated somebody. Is that a word? Unmoderated?
Perfect.
We understand what you're saying.
Demonitorated?
That's what matters, right? Is that you understand what I'm saying. My birthday is October 8th, Pat. I appreciate whatever you want to give me. Start a GoFundMe for a Canon M50 mirrorless camera. That's all I want. GoFundMe. Everybody throw in $1 and work out just
well,
great.
if you would just follow Flipadollar's book, you could go buy your own.
So yeah, there you go. I'm gonna put the link in the description in the little thing right here. Go check out this book. If you have not purchased this book, you just don't want to make money. You just want to stay exactly where you're at. And I'm not saying that to make you feel bad. It's okay to want to stay where you're at. If you're comfortable, that's great. That's how you feel. That's how you feel. But I will click that link. $5. What you got to lose? Nothing. Nothing.
$5.
It literally took me, I think it was like, and that's because I stopped, so I can't tell you exactly, but it took me maybe like an hour and a half, 2 hours of like, because the thing is that I was reading it, and it just kept pulling me in. I want to get the next one, and then the next one. You know what I'm saying? It was good stuff, man. I wouldn't be throwing it out there if it weren't for that. Let's get the boy to, bro. How come you're not a moderator yet, bro? I keep clicking him.
He is. Did you demoderate him again?
I think I
you did. You took it off of him.
I think I de-unmoderated him. Who's not a moderator? Look, Michelle with one L. She's low. You know where I met Michelle? Look, this is how good I am with my relationships, and it's not that. It's the gratitude that I have towards the people that show up to this chat. Michelle with one L. I met her in a live chat with Thrift Money. That's how grateful I am that Michelle is here. Michelle, you're a moderator. I want a moderator that's from Scotland. Deidre, I don't know if I said your name right, but you are a moderator. You now have a blue wrench, and you're in Scotland. So you hit them with the Scottish whack-a-mole, whack-a-troll. I don't know what that means. Who
Well,
else?
I think Michelle was one out because she said last week she was a moderator because she's a moderator on Jordan's channel, where it was last week, I think.
And Mary Deathy did. I can't believe you're not a moderator either. I'm sorry. Hey, forgive me. It's not because of his personal.
Yes, it is.
Alex has no idea what he's doing on the YouTubes.
Everybody's a moderator, and this is in continuation of what Jordan did when he hit 1,000 subscribers the other day. So if you're here right now, you become a moderator. Congratulations.
You did it. You won.
Thank yourself.
I can retire now. I'm a moderator.
So, what were we talking about? Ninja Turtles, right? I love Ninja Turtles, man.
You got a Ninja Turtle.
I'm surrounded by Ninja Turtles. Oh, I know what he got that for his birthday.
Yeah.
This Ninja Turtle stuff.
My friend said I should take Manny's head and strap it to my stomach like I can't remember from the Ninja Turtles cartoon.
Brain.
The brain, yes. Or carry him around in a jug like Futurama. The nameplate, just the head.
Was just Connie. Oh, I didn't get just Connie. Why aren't you a moderator? What's wrong with you, Connie?
He's
How
asking.
come you're not a moderator on my channel yet? She's another one been loyal since day one. My sister from Florida, not really related to me, but we share the same whatever. I can't even think straight, man. Can't believe you weren't a moderator on my channel, Connie. Shame on you. Soon my mom will get mad at everyone that spelled my name with 2 L's. My 305 brothers. That's right, 305 in the house.
Flip it up
hey, I gotta make. Sorry, Josh.
Oh yeah, good.
No. You.
I want to know.
Important than me, bro.
Do you put more effort? I mean, I know everyone tries to do everything and what they're doing when they're growing businesses with multiple incomes, but do you put more into Amazon or into just flipping everything but Amazon?
Right now I haven't been putting anything into Amazon because I'm in somewhat of a dilemma with the Toys R Us thing. I purchased a lot of stuff that doesn't have any value right now because everybody has it. So I just been storing it since they closed. I don't know how long that is, but I've been storing it, and until I have value, that's like the majority of the inventory that I do have, and I haven't given myself a new budget because I feel like I can't just be spending money crazy like that. So
right.
I'm just flipping like easier to get stuff until I get a little bit more value in that, and then I'll go back into sourcing and doing all the stuff that I was doing.
Now with sourcing everywhere else,
right now Amazon is getting no love.
Right. With your regular sourcing, you split it up everywhere.
I'll show you this right here. I can source for $1, and I sell this for $40 on Amazon.
Whoa!
You wouldn't even believe that. This is a Microsoft Notebook Optical Mouse 3000. You can look at the comps right now. You get $40 for this, but the average person doesn't know that. So this is at the flea market, and you get it, and you get $40 if you know. But like I said, you operate from your level of understanding. If you don't know that, you're walking past that to spend $10 on the VCR, where this is small and easy to ship, and you FBA it, and it sells in a couple of days.
Wow.
You know, so I'm sourcing that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Trash to cash, man.
Trash to cash. I'm coming over, man.
When's that book coming out?
That's the type of stuff I'm sourcing, man. Like, that book is gonna be excellent, bro. Like, I'm telling you, I'm breaking it down in that book. It's gonna be different.
Now, for sourcing, do you literally just kind of stick with the flea markets and the people you've met, or do you still go everywhere from Walmart to Goodwill to anywhere?
I'm still doing everything because I got to keep my ear in the street, man. I got to know what's going on. Obviously, we use BrickSeek and Zoolert to look inside the inventory of the stores. And I'm still inside of a resale group, so I got fresh information coming every single day. What credit cards to use, what cash back to use, and how to stack things. And like I said, you got to be creative. You know what I'm saying? So I'm super, super creative because I'm not using money to get inventory.
Right.
So I'm super creative creative right now where I'm putting stuff together to get that type of stuff and so on and so forth without having to use a lot of money.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, see, that's where it comes down to, is just, that's why I was like, I wanted more inventory, but I didn't feel like going shopping, and that's why I just started dumpster diving the other night for, fun, just to see,
Exactly.
what's out there.
People don't understand how creative that is. That's very creative because you got an unlimited supply of inventory because most of the people are not doing it.
Right.
So you're out there by yourself.
Right. It was 3 a.m. Well, I was with my mannequin, but
Easy money, man. Being creative.
It is fun. It's now the group chat you have, is that a mastermind you offer that you have?
Yes.
And can you get that from your web link in there, or?
No, I didn't mention that or anything. It's runningtothemoney.com, but people could DM to join the group. It's just $1 a day, and that $1 is just to separate the people who are serious from the people who aren't.
Right.
Because every day you might smoke a cigarette or drink a coffee or whatever. You're gonna spend that $1, and it's not necessarily making your future any better.
Right.
Now, you spend $1 to come into the group to get the access of the minds of the people that are doing the things they're doing, you're on another level. It just takes you to like, for instance, what you just said with the dumpster diving. I'm sure that's going to help somebody because they're going to go look and find something just because you said it. Somebody's going to go look. They're not thinking about that creative way of getting inventory. I don't mind doing it. I do it every day, and I share it with people because I'm not too proud to say I go in the trash. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not too. Some people, like, they wouldn't even mention that they go in the trash because they feel ashamed or whatever, because society and, they program you to culture to not want to do that. That's bad, or, it's dirty. Listen, I'm going to get this money. You call it what you want.
You're gonna see me with a snorkel and with flippers inside of a dumpster.
That's the next video. It's dropping soon. He spoke it into existence. Yeah, it takes a lot of humility, man, to be able, to do that. Because I don't know if you follow Gary Vee. I follow Gary Vee, right? He speaks a lot of things that I try to practice. And one of the things is not care what people think. When I grew up, I used to think nothing of myself. You know what I'm saying? I used to think that, I wasn't as good as everybody else. And it took me literally like losing everything, getting hooked on drugs, going 18 years, until I was homeless and hooked on heroin, like straight up, for me to humble myself. My uncle used to tell me all the time, because when you got that sort of lifestyle, you act a certain way, and you disrespect people and you say things that you really shouldn't say. You know what I'm saying? My uncle told me one time, he goes, "Man, you need to be humble." And I thought that meant like be like what, like Mr. Miyagi? You know what I'm saying? Like all like, just quiet and stuff. And he's like, no, you need to be like, when you go to a Chinese restaurant, or when you see those old school martial arts movies, and the lady comes in and she serves the table and she walks away from the table, backing up, with just nice subtle respect, not walking away like all these people, or not walking away like saying like, oh, I'm not worthy of you. Just walking backwards away from the table with respect. And he's like, you need to be like those people. And so I didn't understand it until I went through what I went through and finally got my stuff together and got to know myself and realized that, humility is not thinking of yourself any less or any more than anybody else. So if you can figure that out and really instill humility in your life as much as possible, because no matter how much you try, you're still human and you still got pride, and they work against each other. So but the more you instill humility in your life, the better quality life you're gonna have. You know what I'm saying? You're not worried about what other people think, because you don't think any more or less of them. So why would they think that of you? So what if I'm inside this trash can right now? You know what I'm saying? Digging, looking for a McChicken. You know what I'm saying? So what? Don't bother me. You know, I'll share it. You guys want a McChicken? I got it right here.
I like it.
Nah, don't be sorry, Connie. I don't say that. I don't say that trying to get sympathy. It is what it is, right? Like that's what I went through. Don't be sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry I went through what I went through. I don't regret going through what I went through. I'm grateful for it. I wouldn't be where I'm at right now if I didn't go through it. And I wouldn't have been able to have help the people that I've helped because of my experiences. You know, I've been fortunate and blessed to be where I'm at right now. Like you don't understand. I'm not supposed to be alive. Well, it's not that I'm not supposed to be alive. It's more like I shouldn't be alive, but I am. Right? I shouldn't be here on this YouTube channel. I shouldn't be known as Fatman The Flipper. I shouldn't be making people laugh and smile all day. I shouldn't, right? But that's not the mentality I have. My mentality is this is what I have. It's not that I should either. It's more like this is what I got. And I'm gonna be grateful for it. And I'm gonna do what I can with it. And if I can help somebody smile, man, that's all I want to do. I'm not gonna teach y'all nothing. I'm not gonna teach. I gave up on that. You might learn something from my experience or whatever, but I'm just trying to make people laugh from now on. So if I can make you laugh, I'm happy. I'm trying to make it on a movie with Chris Rock before he dies. That's one of my goals in life. I want to be on a movie with Chris Rock, and I want to be the star, and I want him to be the co-star, and I want everybody to tell me how funny I am. And then when Chris Rock walks in the room, they're like, "Who's that guy?" I'm like, "Bro, that's Chris Rock. What do you mean?" Oh, he was funny too, but you were funny. You know, that's the kind of stuff I want to do. Everybody's talking about Manny, man. Manny, what you got to say about all this?
I don't know. You just talk a lot, so I'm just sitting here chilling.
That's it?
That's all I got, brother.
You're always talking, Manny. Always talking. You know where I get that from? Goodfellas. Does anybody know what I'm talking about?
You guys want to buy some cookies?
You guys want to buy some cookies?
That's from Corky Romano, an all-time great movie.
You know, I don't think I've ever seen that movie.
Most people haven't. That's
That's the guy. That's the guy that had like the elephant thing, right?
No, it's
Oh no, that was Elephant Man.
Corky Romano is Chris Kattan from Night at the Roxbury, one of those guys, the head bobbing guys, and his family's in the mafia, but he's like the loser, and so he tried. Yeah,
It was Will Ferrell and the other guy.
Yeah.
You see how I don't remember the other guy's name? That's gonna be Chris Rock. I'm gonna be Will Ferrell.
Chris Kattan.
Yo, Chris Rock, if you ever see this, bro, I'm just playing. I respect you, dude. Please have me on a movie with you. We could do a remake of The Great White Ninja.
I'm still waiting for you to get Pitbull on here, since you knew him.
No, I didn't know him. I didn't know you, Pit. You're not the same anymore.
Wait, how's he not the same anymore if you didn't know him?
Your name's not Armando. Everybody knows your name's not Armando, bro. Somebody share this with Chris. Yeah, share this with Pitbull and see what he says. Pitbull and me go way back.
Like he says, what happened to Miami never happened.
It never happened.
What happens in Cleveland, nobody cares about.
Did you see Chris Rock's special on Netflix? I have not seen that, Pat. My question is, have you seen my special on Netflix? I'm going to put a link to that right here in the chat.
You know, you can put stuff on Amazon, Amazon Video, whatever it's called. You can put stuff up there.
Well, Prime Video.
I know some lady who she was making some good money uploading stuff to Prime.
Oh wow.
Okay, hold on. Well, like what do you call it? Like there was a word. Like her stuff, like her own.
They do like documentary type stuff. Like let's say if we did a documentary on Trash to Cash, we could get millions of views if it's put together the right way.
Yeah.
If the production is right and you put it on Prime Video and you send people to it and you get the residual income from the viewership some type of way. I don't got all that information. But that's something we could do. You know, put together a documentary style thing about what we do and take it outside of YouTube and do Prime Video and probably get a lot more revenue than you would on YouTube. That's pretty much what she was doing because YouTube kind of just. I used to make $500 a month on YouTube, and then they started playing around, and then I just didn't care anymore. Stop paying me.
Yeah, everybody's mad at YouTube nowadays.
So, that's kind of the reason why on my new channel, just got to 300 or whatever subscribers, and I'm not really active because on my old channel I got thousands of subscribers and over 1 million plus views, but they stopped paying me, so I just was like, whatever, you know. And that was that. But I still get views on that channel to this day with old videos, old information, but they don't want to pay me, but I guess they make money off of it. I don't know. Whatever.
That's crazy.
I might have to holler at you about that, man. We're gonna have to politic about this whole Prime Video thing.
Yeah, listen, that's another way to create some content. You know what I'm saying?
It's the same as you can do a book just as well. You can do a self-published book.
Exactly.
On Amazon and sell your book on Amazon. Like we just signed up, actually about a month ago. We're doing the wife does a lot of stuff of her own with Etsy and making her own stuff with vinyl and all that kind of craft stuff. But we just set up with Amazon for Amazon Handmade. See how that works. You know, no one may want what we have, but I figured, hey, we're making all this stuff and selling it on Facebook, Etsy, eBay. It's like may as well. It's another avenue, you know.
Exactly.
I like that. I gotta definitely look into that because that's kind of the way I want to go, man. You know, like I started doing YouTube, man, and I'll just put this out there. I started doing YouTube because I was invited to be on a live show, and I saw an opportunity to do YouTube, right? So I asked about it, and I was told to do it, so I did it, and I made a video. And then I discovered KineMaster, and I discovered editing, and I discovered the joy that I have when I create something, and I pulled that creativity out of me. Like I found an outlet to be creative again, and I rediscovered how creative I am, and so this whole journey on YouTube has just been a journey of discovery, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like I've just been discovering myself and what I really want to do. You know, and it just so happens I resell. So, but I just want to make it a point right now. I'll let y'all know, like that doesn't define me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just a reseller. You know, I'm a lot of things. I'm like a Shrek. Hey, do you know how to do a Shrek voice, Josh?
A what?
Shrek voice?
No.
Like
I can't do Shrek. I'm sorry.
Listen, my friend. Listen, my name is Ron. Give me your phone number and social security card.
If Shrek were Arnold Schwarzenegger plays Shrek, I'm like an onion. I can't do it.
Ogres are like onions. It's a Scottish voice. I can't even talk now.
Donkey. That's all I can do. Donkey.
Ogres are like onions. They have layers. Cake has layers. I like cake.
Cake has layers. I like cake.
No one like onions.
Hey, Shrek. Eddie Murphy, that's one of his best roles. Oh man, that's what I'm talking about. We just go off random stuff, man. I'm sorry.
If you don't buy Flipadollar's book, I'll kill you.
Manny's just sitting there judging us, bro. Manny's just sitting there.
That's because I'm high. I haven't been able to blink for 2 days.
That's from all the Coca-Cola you've been drinking.
It's also because I'm made of plastic.
Yo, Charles Aliv, what's up, Charles? I'm gonna make you a moderator, Charles, because I'm crazy. I don't know you, but welcome. You're here and you're a part of the show. Not only that, you have a wrench. You have the ability to kick everybody out in the chat. If you just was mad, or if you just don't like people, you can just be like, you know what, I don't like this guy, and you can kick them out. You have that power now. You have that power. You're a moderator. Welcome, Charles. He says that he grew around East 55 and Broadway in Cleveland.
Yeah.
And you said you're on the west side of Cleveland. Isn't that's where Drew Carey's from, right?
He's from Parma.
I didn't know that.
Parma pierogies.
Hold on, Cleveland. That's where Bone Thugs and Harmony's from too, right?
Yeah. The first
that's more like that's my thing.
He's by their house. But see, Cleveland isn't bad. Like, we drove down there when I was younger. We drove by their house. Some guys came up to the car and said, "You're 4 white dudes in a Corolla. Roll up your windows and drive out." And we said, "Thank you," and we drove away. These guys came up, and they're like, "Don't talk to us. Just roll up your windows and drive away." I said, "Okay." I've been as goofy now as I had, I've been the same since I was like 12, 10, 12, whatever. Like, so I'm like, "Hey guys," they're like, "You just need to leave, man." Poor white dude shouldn't be down here alone.
Oh man.
No, let me tell you something.
But see, that's the thing. They could have just taken my car, or who knows what, right? Maybe they just weren't bad people. Maybe they were looking out for him. But it's like, I've never run into people that have tried to do anything. Like, you run into thieves and nonsense everywhere, right? I don't care where you are. But that's why I'm like, I like Cleveland.
Yo, let me tell you something. That happened to me something similar when I went to the Marcy Projects by myself on purpose. Well, one of my dreams was, shoot, I'm living in New York. Like, this is awesome. I'm in New York, man. New York's impressive. It's beautiful. But I grew up listening to a lot of New York hip hop. And one of my dreams was always to go to like Queensbridge, because that's where Nas is from, and Mobb Deep. I wanted to go to Marcy Projects. That's where Jay-Z's from. And I did all that. I go to Marcy Projects, man. And the nicest place I ever seen in my life. I've never seen nothing nicer, man. Like, I pictured, it was going to be hell and I was going to get in trouble or something bad was going to happen. I went there on purpose. And no, I ended up playing basketball with some dudes there, and it was great. But I saw a group of dudes, and I'm walking up, and I go, and I just wanted to make sure. Actually, I wanted to have a conversation with somebody. I wanted to find out where it was that Jay-Z sat on the stoop with Oprah Winfrey. And I go, "Hey, what's up? This is the Marcy Projects, right?" And the only thing they said, keep moving. Don't talk to me. Don't talk. Keep moving. I'm like, "Yo, what? Is this the man? You better keep moving. I'm gonna shoot." That's what they told me. So I just kept moving. And then I found some other dudes, and they told me, "Yeah, look, it's right there." And then they started complaining about Jay-Z, how he ain't never done nothing for us, and this and that. And it was a great experience, man. That is my story. Thanks for listening, guys. I'll see you guys later. Have a great night.
Yeah, that was great. Thanks.
All right. We are at 11:09.
Oh, look. I was just talking too much, man. I'm sorry about that.
Our guest hasn't fallen asleep. We're still good.
He's still awake. He hasn't pulled a Jordan yet. If you don't know, we got a friend that he falls asleep on the chat.
Let's get his links posted again. Let's get those out there.
Asleep. That's crazy. He probably be working hard, man.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
And he got a newborn baby.
And he got a newborn baby now.
Well, let's be honest. He's at a wedding drinking tonight. Okay, let's.
Yeah. That's
I have a 2-year-old that keeps me busy.
It's awesome.
That's awesome, man. So, do you wanna say any final words to the people that are we still got 27 people watching. If you want to say anything, man, plug anything you want to plug.
I don't have anything to plug outside of saying I want to thank you guys. I appreciate everybody that checked us out, and let's just continue to flip some stuff, man. Peace and
Do
blessings.
it.
I don't have anything really to plug. Link in bio to get the book if they want to do that, if they want to expand their knowledge in that area. And we'll take it to another level. Follow on Instagram. Other than that, let's continue to keep flipping and doing what we do, man. That's what it's about.
So y'all heard that. Y'all heard that. Follow him on Instagram. The link is right there. The book is in the description. It's also here if you want, but it's in the description. And Josh, you want to say anything to anybody?
Thanks for stopping by as usual. I appreciate all of the YouTubes. And thank you for joining us on our show tonight. It's been awesome, informative. I'm excited to see the transitions, and then definitely gonna have to get in touch at some point. It'll be fun at some point just to meet up and expand the YouTubes.
Josh, real quick, you know where we're gonna be next week?
Give me a second.
You're like super fast with that. While Oscar, say something to the people.
There was a lot of good points talked on the show. Our guest Flipadollar, I want to thank him for coming on with us, for having you on with us.
Thank you.
Two very important points that you made that I want to remind everybody watching. Keep your eyes open for opportunities, and important to build relationships. Those are the two most important things that I feel that I took from this show tonight, and I hope that everybody else takes it with them as well. And I enjoyed here talking with you guys, and I hope that we can do this again sometime in the future. Have you back on the show?
Definitely. I'm willing. Let's do it.
Cool.
So yeah, we're gonna do something where we're gonna invite all of our old guests. We're gonna have like 20 people up in here somehow. And this is gonna be crazy. People talking on top of people. These two are having a conversation about this. The other two.
See, we want to have, instead of eBay open, we want the Bad Boys of Reselling open.
Let's
So
do it.
everybody comes and visits, and we all hang out. One big reselling,
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Manny, I'm not going to let you say anything else. You talk too much. For everybody in the chat, much love to you, Kathy, Connie, Mary, Deidre from Scotland. I still can't believe it. My mom's. What's up, Mom? I love you. Nate, Michelle, everybody, man. Everybody. All of y'all. Pat, everybody.
I'm interrupting. It looks like we are scheduled on my channel with Lot of Josh next week.
Ooh, y'all heard that. If y'all already know. I ain't even gotta tell you nothing. Lot of Josh is gonna be on Suburban Beer's channel next Saturday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we're gonna talk about everything that Lot of Josh has been up to. He just moved to New Jersey too, so that's
he retired from the military, moved back home, full-time reseller. So
he's a veteran now, right? That makes him a veteran. Got a veteran. He's how old is he?
I have no idea.
I think he's I want to say he's early 20s. I could be wrong, but I think he's early 20s. Awesome dude. So he's going to be on our show, Suburban Beard, next week, Saturday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't forget, the link is in the bio for the Ballin' on a Budget book. Go check that out if you haven't already. Flip, I'm grateful to have you here, man. It's amazing, man, that I got you here. And you're welcome back whenever you want. And thank you so much. Thank you for sharing your time with me and everybody else here. And yeah, that's it. So other than that, resell the love, #resell the love, #trash the cash. And I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace. Money, and love. Oh.